Welcome, welcome to the WNBA Picks and Plays edition. My name is Abby. This is for Tuesday, September 9th. Again, we have 5 games in the WNBA to discuss with you. These odds are courtesy of oddslogic.com. I'm sorry, on the front end, I should say, is, as you know by now, it's covers.com, line moves, totals, and the injury report. And on the back end, is oddslogic.com. Again, up to the minute line moves, totals, and the injury report. Very resourceful tool to use. Um, Valuable information at the tip of your fingers. Covers all professional sports leagues besides the WNBA. So check it out. Great tool to use at this time of year. Very resourceful information to get from oddslogic.com. So take full advantage of it. I'll have everything in the description below so you can check it out. Again, it's oddslogic.com. We'll start with the first game. That's Washington at New York as we hit the final week of the WNBA season, heading into and we get ready for the playoffs. So this one opened up here -11 New York. Total the spread right now is 13 and a half. That's the consensus. We see some books at 14, but the consensus is 13 and a half. Total open up 158 and a half. The total hasn't moved that much. It's still mainly at 158 and a half, although we still see some books have 159, 157, but the consensus is at 158 and a half. So we are going to look at the injury report for this game. So this one here, Washington at New York. We have Sabrina Ionescu. She will be playing tonight. She's upgraded to play this evening versus Washington at home. We have Naira Sably, Sutsatsu Sably's sister, questionable tonight with a knee injury. She's 50-50. And that's it. Everybody on Washington is healthy. So we're going to check the public and sharps for this game, where the public's at for this one. We're getting a lot of under money. So the public's all over the under in this game. They like the under. Pure under money in this one. Getting a whole lot of under money. And for the side, nothing. But like I said, for the over-under, the total, it's under money coming in. We will check the head-to-head matchup in this one. We'll look here now. They have played 3 times. This will be the 4th and final meeting. May 30th was the first game in Washington, 85-63. This one was under 163 and a half. Washington, New York won and covered, laying 8.5. Second meeting, June 5th in Washington. Washington covered the 12.5, but lost by 8 points, 86-78. It was over 160. Third meeting, August 28th in New York. New York covered as an 8-point favorite, 89-63. It was under 159 and a half. So this will be the 4th and final meeting. This one here, 0-5 Washington, last 5 games. New York, and then last 5, they are to the over-under, 1-4 to the under. New York, 3-2 last 5 games, and they are also 0-5 to the under. I have a client play for this game. I have a client play for this one. So I'm not going to give out the client play, but I will give you a recommended play that I recommend. The recommended play, let's see what I would give you guys. So the recommended play, I would say, let's see here. I would look at I would take, I'd say New York in the first half, 7.5. If I had to recommend a play, New York first half, 7.5. That's what I would say that. I would say that New York 7.5 in the first half. Um, this game doesn't really mean much to New York. Again, I don't think they're gonna get too far where they are right now. I think they're in third or fourth place. I'm not too sure, but they're not really going to move up that far in the standings. I think they're pretty much going to remain where they are. But I just think just to get themselves ready for the playoffs, I just believe that they're going to at least get off to a good start in the first half, and just to fine tune themselves for the playoffs. Start off well, start off fast, start off early, start off often, and get the ball rolling early and often. So I would take the first half. I like them here at 7.5. I would recommend that play. Again, I have a Klein play for this game that you guys can check out. I have a Klein play for this one, so you can check this one out here. But that's my recommended play for this one. I would take New York at least in the first half. That's my play on that one. For the second game, that's game number 1. Game number 2, no Klein play here. This is Minnesota at Indiana. Minnesota, Indiana. We got the opening number -6, 164 is the total opening number. And now the total has gone down to 163.5. Sorry, we're seeing 164. It's 160, actually 163.5, excuse me. It's now 163.5. That's the consensus. Let me change that now. It is 163.5. It just switched over. So we're going to change that now. That's the consensus as of now. And the spread has gone from 6.5 all the way to 2. We're seeing -2. So we're going to check to see why it's such a drop off. Maybe some players are sitting out. We're going to check that now. So for this game here, Dejanay Carrington is out with a shoulder issue. So she's out for tonight's game in Indiana. Nafisa Collier is resting for this game at Indiana. She's out. So there's 2 key players right there missing. Elena Smith resting, but she's questionable to play Tuesday. She may or may not play, so we'll see about that. Remember, Minnesota's not playing for anything. They've got everything locked up, so this game is meaningless. Does not mean anything. Indiana's already clinched the playoff spot. So I got nothing on this game at all. Let's see where the Republican Sharps are for this game. They are on the over in this game. They like the over 163.5. Interesting. Over 163.5. Okay. That's what they're saying here. For this one here, they've already played 3 times, these 2 teams. So the first meeting, July 1st in Minnesota, Indiana covered as a 10.5-point underdog. Indiana won 74-59 in Minnesota, under 160. Second meeting, August 22nd in Indiana. Minnesota 4.5-point favorite. Minnesota covered and won, 95-80, over 164. Third meeting, August 24th in Minnesota. Minnesota laying 11.5. They won again, 97-84. And it was over 167.5. So they took that one as well. So they won that. All right, so they took that one. Let's see. So Minnesota in their last 5 games. Uh, 3-2 last 5 Minnesota. Minnesota is 2 overs, 2 unders, and a push. So 2-2-1 to the over-under. That's Minnesota right now in their last 5 games. Indiana last 5. They are 3-2 last 5 and are 1 and 4 to the under. So for me in this game, I'm gonna look. Everybody's saying the over. I'm gonna go the. I would just take the opposite and take the under, just because you don't have the firepower on offense with Nafisa Collier, and Dejanay Carrington gives you a few key buckets. So those two players are missing. Elena Smith might be out, and even if she plays, who knows if she'll be fully engaged in the game because she's trying to rest. So with all that going on, I would recommend the under. The public's saying the over, but I'm gonna recommend the under. That's my take on that. I don't have a client play for this one, but I would recommend the under in this game. That's what I recommend for this one. No play on the side. Again, this is like I have nothing on the side here at all. I'm gonna pass on that. But that's my take on this game. Because the reason why I have no play on the side, like I said, both teams have clinched. Minnesota clinched a playoff spot a long time ago. Indiana's clinched. They have nothing much to play for, except, of course, they're trying to avoid Minnesota in the first round. So I guess they're trying to catch Seattle to avoid Minnesota in the first round. So for that, I'm still not touching the side. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not playing that. Like I said, I like the under in this game. That's what I'm going to say about that. No client play. The third matchup here, I have a client play for this one. This is Golden State and Seattle. I do have a client play here. This one here opened up at 6.5. Seattle in Seattle, total 155.5. We have this total coming down to 151.5. That's the consensus right across the board. And on the spread, we are seeing 6.5 right now, but we're seeing it's opened up at 6, but we're seeing 7 and 7.5. I have a client play on this one. So we'll look into this game further. We'll check the injury report first. I'll look into this now, see what's going on in this game. Cecilia Zandalicini with a calf injury. She's still out or questionable for tonight's game. She's been questionable forever, so who knows if she's going to play. Tiffany Hayes is out indefinitely. She's gone. Kayla Thornton's out for the season. That's it. There's nothing here for this game. That's all I have for this one. Nothing for Seattle. Everybody's healthy on Seattle. Public on Sharps. And the public. Let's get another perspective here. This one's a little weird. I don't know why. Let me see something. This one's weird. Let me just see. There's no side on this. There's no side in this one. I'm not seeing anything. Nothing on the side here at all. And the total, nothing here. I have a play on this myself. I have a client play for this. They played 3 times already. They played 3 times. First meeting June 14th in Golden State. Golden State 10-point underdogs. They won outright 76-70, under 155. Second meeting in Golden State, July 29th. 5-point favorites. Valkyries won 87-57, outright, under 158.5. Third meeting in Seattle, 67-58. Seattle won as a 5.5-point favorite, and it was under 156.5. So this is the fourth and final meeting. We'll look at this now. So Valkyries had won 5 straight games, but they lost their last game to Minnesota by 6.5. They played them close though, but they are 4-1 last 5 games. Last 5 games they are 2-3 to the under. That's the Valkyries. Seattle, they are 2-3 last 5 games. Seattle is 3-2 to the over last 5 games. So for me, I'm gonna look at the under in this game. I would take the under 152.5. I would look at that. First 3 meetings have gone under. Valkyrie's playing to the under. Seattle playing to the over. I would still take the under. I like the under in this game. I would recommend the under here. Like I said, I have a client play for this game, so I would recommend the under in this game. I recommend the under, so I would go with that. That's my play on that. It's actually 151 now. Sorry, I said 152. It's 151. My apologies. It's 151.5. So yeah, it's 151. Yeah, I would recommend the under in this game. That's my play on that. And I have a client play for this one. So let's give you the recommended play. Fourth game we have here, Chicago at Las Vegas. This one opened up 16.5. Las Vegas, that's the opening number. It's gone to 18, minus 18 right now. Total opened up 159. They're at 160 in this one. So we'll check the injury report for this one. This is the second game these two teams have played in 3 days. They played the last meeting in Vegas. Vegas smashed them. They won by double digits. Back at it again tonight. Ariel Atkins is out for Las Vegas. He's not playing. Cheyenne Parker. She's been out forever and ever and ever. She is back in tonight's lineup. Back in the lineup tonight versus Chicago. She's out for personal reasons for a long time, but she's back tonight in this lineup. She is playing. Angel Reese has back issues. Questionable for tonight's game at Las Vegas. Who knows if she's going to play? Remember, she got suspended for half the game against Vegas. So who knows if she's going to play tonight? You never know. Nyla Smith has a concussion. So she is 50-50 to play tonight. I got a feeling they're going to rest her, though. I think Las Vegas is going to rest her. They're going to give her a rest. That's the reason why. That's the reason why Cheyenne Parker has been activated in the lineup, because of that's what Nyla Smith with the concussion. She's out. She's questionable, but I don't think she's going to play, and that's why they activated Cheyenne Parker to take her spot and play her minutes. That's what I'm thinking. So that's it for that. We're going to look at where the public and sharps are for this game. I have a client play for this one as well. I have a client play for this game. Yep, we'll have a client play for this one. Yep, I have a client play for this one. But the public's all over for the total. Their public's on the under in this game. But for the side, nothing on the side. But the public's all over the under. They like the under in this matchup. They're on the under. So that's the consensus there. They like the under. So let's look here at this game. Yeah, they're on the under. I have a client play for this one here. So we'll look at this game right now. First meeting. Okay, let me get this back here. Yeah, so the first meeting, August 25th in Chicago. Chicago was a 10.5 point favorite. Chicago covered. Lost 79-74, is under 166.5. Second meeting, September 7th in Las Vegas, 80-66. Las Vegas won, but Chicago covered as a 17-point favorite under 161.5. So this is the third meeting now. And I would take Las Vegas is not playing for anything. They're pretty much set where they are. So since they're not playing for anything, and it's a meaningless game to these guys, I think 18 is a lot. Chicago covered as 17 the last time. They covered 17-point underdogs the last time. They lost by 14. I think they cover here again. I'd recommend Chicago again. I'd recommend Chicago and the 18. I would take Chicago again because, like I said, Vegas is not playing for anything. There's nothing to play for. So I would take Chicago and the points. That's my recommended play. I have a client play for this one. This particular game, I do have a client play. So remember, this is the second meeting between these two teams. Second meeting in 3 days. Remember, it's a home and home. So they played the second meeting in Las Vegas. So it's back-to-back home games for Vegas against Chicago. So this is the second time they're playing each other. So that's the reason why I like Chicago here. Vegas ain't really playing for nothing, like I said. Don't see them putting out any real effort. This is basically a tune-up game for Vegas for the playoffs, get them ready for the playoffs, and that's it. So I think Chicago covers and stays within the 18. That's my recommended play for that. So we're gonna go to the fifth and final game. We'll go to that right now. Fifth and final game here. We're gonna go to LA and Phoenix. That's the fifth and final game. This one here opened up minus, let's see here, minus 6.5. Sorry, let me see something here. 5.5, excuse me. Phoenix minus 5.5. That was the opening number. Total 174.5. It's now gone to 7.5. Actually, we're seeing 8 right now. It's mainly 8s. So the consensus is minus 8, excuse me. That's the main consensus. Although there is 7.5, it's mainly 8 on the board now for Phoenix. LA open up 174.5. The total has come down to 172.5. No client play on this game at all. None whatsoever. So we'll look at the injury report for this one. Kelsey Plum questionable to play Tuesday at Phoenix with a foot injury. I don't think she's going to play. In my opinion, I don't think she plays because this to me, LA's out of the playoffs. It's pointless for Kelsey Plum to play this game, so I don't see her playing this game at all. I think she's going to stay out, in my opinion. So I think she's out. She'll be out for tonight's lineup. I don't see that at all. That's why the line's has gone up to 8 points because the odds makers don't believe she's going to play either. And I don't think she's playing. I think she's out. I don't see any other injuries I don't see no other injuries here. Yeah, that's just the Kelsey Plum. That's it. Nothing else. Megan McConnell, of course, that's it. Nothing else. That's it. Out indefinitely. She's out for a long time with a knee injury. That's it. Nothing else. That's it. So we're going to look at where the public and sharps are for this game. Nothing on the side or the total. Nothing here at all. Nothing on the side or total. Pretty quiet. There's nothing here. Very quiet. So we'll look here. Head-to-head meetings. I think they played 3 times already. Yeah, they played 3 times. First meeting, May 21st of this year in Phoenix. LA covered as a 5-point underdog, but Phoenix won 89-86 over 159. Second meeting, June 1st in LA. Phoenix a 4.5-point underdog. They covered, won outright in LA, 85-80. It pushed at 165. Third meeting, August 26th in LA. Phoenix was a 3.5-point favorite. This time they covered in Los Angeles, 92-84, under 177. So this one here, we'll look at where they stand now. LA 3-2 last 5 games, and they are 2-3. Let me see. 2-3 to the under. So they're playing to the under lately, LA. LA playing to the under. Phoenix, off a 2-game road trip. They're back. First game back. They are 4-1 last 5 games. And they are 1-4 to the under. My recommended play is I would lay the points with Phoenix. I think they covered the spread. I would lay the points at home. I would take Phoenix -8. I think they get back on track. I normally don't lay points with teams coming back off a road trip. This is their first game back off a road trip, and I normally don't lay points with it in this kind of situation. However, like I said, with Kelsey Plum out, her not playing the rest of the season, I think she's done for the year. That's it. Because LA's out of the playoffs, and Phoenix is trying to fine-tune themselves to get into the postseason, because this is their last home game. This is their last home game of the season. So, you know what? I'm going to make this a client play. I'm going to lay the points at Phoenix here. I gave this one out for free. I'm laying the points at Phoenix -8. This is your last home game of the season. I think they come out here with a bang, and they come out strong and finish with a bang in this game. At least in this game, to finish off their stance at home for the regular season. I think they bounce back in a big way here. I like Phoenix. Lay the points with Phoenix 7.5. I'm gonna make this a client play. I'm gonna make this a client play right now, and I'll take Phoenix on the points here. I think Phoenix bounces back after that loss to Connecticut on the road. I think they focus and bounce back here. I like him in the spot -8. Lay the points. So that's your recommended play. For the total, I have nothing on the total. I'm going to leave that alone. I just like Phoenix here -8. I think they bounce back here. Remember, this is their last home game. They want to go out in style with a bang until the playoffs begin. And they got Dallas next afterwards, and that's it. So yeah, give me Phoenix on the points. I'm gonna take Phoenix here. Lay the points here with Phoenix. I'm gonna take them here. All right, so you got a free play out of me for the client play. We gave that out to you there. So that is it. Let's see here. Yeah, we're done with the WNBA. That's it. We went through all 5 games. So again, whether you fade or follow these picks, it's up to you. Again, I look at the games, make my pick, and make my assessment, and go from there. Again, go to sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks, if you want the rest of my client plays for the WNBA tonight. Including this game, I have 3 client plays in addition to the play I gave you for free as a client play. So if you want the other 3 client plays, sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks, some 50 and 38 in the 50 and 38 run last 30 days in the WNBA. So take advantage of my client plays there. So again, go there, sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks, for that information. And again, whether you fade or follow these picks, it's up to you. Good luck to you guys. Again, stay true to yourself, stay blessed, stay humble, believe in yourself. And don't forget to check out oddslogic.com. Again, important line moves, totals, and the injury report. Very resourceful tool of information to get. I'll have that in the description as well. Oddslogic.com. Check that out. It's worth your while. Excellent tool to use. Take advantage of it. Again, good luck. We will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have 1 game in the WNBA, and that's it. 1 game in the WNBA tomorrow. We're going to go that over with you. Until then, good luck. Let's have a big Tuesday and take care. Peace and out. Take care.